There's the last shot.
I just rolled out of my neighborhood here in San Diego. Truck is not pointed east yet, but will be very shortly. Got to get some fuel. And then we're off towards Socorro, New Mexico and Bosque del Apache. First kind of big trip the club has done. And turns out it's almost as close to San Diego as it is to Austin, so I'm headed out. I'm maybe 3.5 hours out of the VLA. Sun is setting. I'm going through a canyon whose name I don't know, but it's quite spectacular. All the light gone, all the direct light gone anyways. This is just indirect glow from the sky. So I've got my old 50 and a polarizing filter on, which helps me darken the sky down. Good histogram. I'm shooting flat, so it doesn't look real spectacular on here, but we got lots of color and detail. And I think I'm just gonna take another one here. So I'm at ISO 64 f8 20 seconds. It's pretty dim, despite the fact that it looks really bright behind me. I'm just at a pull-off spot designed to let cars cool down as they climb up and down this canyon. The spot itself is not that pretty, but what you can see is really pretty. The whole drive down was spectacular as well. I really like the color of the rocks here, and it's getting dimmer as we speak. The sun's almost completely down. I'm probably gonna change my camera orientation and take another shot, but another 30, 45 seconds and I'm gonna hit the road again. So I've arrived here in Bosque. Beautiful, clear morning. It was about 30 degrees when I got out this morning. I did not come out for the rush this morning, but I'm just here checking it out, getting a feel for it. Still got quite a few people out shooting birds. The light's not terrible, but you know, the sun's 2 hands above the horizon probably at this point. Definitely not going to win the battle of the lenses here. My little 200 to 500 Nikon is, you know, a little baby lens compared to a lot of these guys. Some of these people are pretty serious about their birding. I can't quite afford a $15,000 birding lens. But I've already gotten a couple shots this morning I'm fairly happy with. There's a bunch of sandhill cranes. And looks like snow geese over here to the left of me. I think I'm gonna pull over and check it out. So I don't know if you can hear all the chatter. That is a large quantity of snow geese. Not particularly easy to see. But I kind of like this tree, still got some leaves on it, and a little tree next to it. And I kind of like the grass in the foreground. So I'm gonna stand here and see if I can catch some birds flying in between there. I was shooting on the run earlier without the tripod, which is kind of nice. But I think I found a composition I want. I just shot some video. I'm gonna wait for another round of birds flying. Probably 5 minutes, they kind of take off and circle around and then land again. So I just gotta wait for the right conditions, wait for my moment, and shoot it when it happens. It's kind of nice, we got counter motion. And now here comes a large flock. They were. It looks like they were up on the river and they flew in.
Okay, because it's like all the way to the end there. Blanket of white.
Yeah, he said that. Cool. I was talking to him. He said they've been here the last four mornings. They've been here. Here we go. And we're done.
Locusts.
And they go.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And that's it.
Boy,
That's
a whole bunch of them.
That's why we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, they might come back and land. Nobody look up.
Cover your head.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that was the 4:30 in the morning waking call, and we came out, drove all the way around, and it turns out they're always here. Doing a little bit of abstract. There wasn't much color in the sky this morning, just not much, right?
Yeah, was there for 5 months.
Yeah, and the birds didn't see fit to take off during the 2 minutes of sunrise we had. So now it's just gray and cold, so I think we're all packing up and we're gonna sit in the car and get warm. So we're on day 2 of my club trip, and all the snow geese have kind of disappeared. We've got a few out here, but this is nowhere near what we had yesterday. Now, there was a lot of racket for nothing, right?
Right, and they didn't do a thing.
So yesterday this time, I was standing in the field, and there were probably 20,000 snow geese in the field, and more joining them. We just drove the entire loop, and there really isn't much out right now. A few sandhill cranes, a few snow geese here and there, but no big concentrations like there were yesterday. So I don't know if the weather shift last night caused them to move to other places or what. We got a set out here. We got maybe 2,000-3,000 out here in the water, if that many. They just made a big racket, and everybody got really excited because I thought they were going to take off, and then they settled back down. So yeah, so we're gonna hang out here for a few minutes and see. Maybe they'll blast off for us, maybe they won't. Not gonna go all at one time for us. There we go. Wow, this is perfect. They're just flying straight into us as they land. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Sorry, backlight on wings is amazing.
No, I mean, I'm glad you go yippee. I mean, that's amazing.
If I hadn't been paying attention, I wouldn't have seen him come in. So I've gotten a bunch of sharp shots. What I'm doing now is I've got my shutter speed dropped down to like a 50th of a second, and I'm panning with the birds. Trying to catch them coasting with a good background so we get a nice smear. And they're really starting to come in and wave now. And this boils down to just a numbers game. The better you're at tracking, the better percentage you'll get, but you just gotta kind of shoot a bunch, and then if you get one per set, you're doing pretty good. Especially at 500 millimeters with something like a bird that's flapping. So I had high hopes for a sunset because we had this high cirrus, but we've got some pretty heavy cloud on the horizon, so I think we're dead there. But I'm gonna keep shooting these cranes, low shutter speed, and keep my ISO down. So we're here at Bosque. It's our last morning. We've got mostly clear skies, got a little bit of cloud on the eastern horizon. About 10 minutes ago, probably 10,000 snow geese blasted off somewhere else, flew over here. 4 of us here from the NAPfS group. It's kind of packed into a little gap, and we're actually pretty close to center mass just by luck of the snow geese. We got some nice reflections of the sunrise and stuff. So we're just waiting. They basically are going to chill here for a few minutes, and then they'll and go again. So we're just chilling at this point, literally chilling. It's like 18 degrees. Hanging out, waiting to see what happens. So right now I can get 1,000th of a second at f1.4 to give you at 1600 ISO. At 1600, f1.4. But that's also already 2 stops brighter than it was 10 minutes ago. Do you have auto ISO on there? So this is where I set your auto sight to 3200, but just set it, and it'll just drop that auto ISO as it can. Yeah. So that it, by the time they blast off, it might be at 800. And just set your shutter speed to what you want. Because we're now getting to where you can actually get pretty close. There we go.
Shot, man. It was the last shot.
That was quicker. Yesterday they circled.
Wow.
There you go. Okay, so waiting till the last day paid off. We haven't had a good blast off. That was amazing. It started way off to the right, so we had time to hear the ones on the right go. So grab all the cameras, hit record, right across, and then they didn't circle today. Yesterday they circled, so we only got about 2 seconds to photograph, but just bop, 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 and they're gone. But it was awesome. So that's a good end to the Bosque trip. I think we're probably gonna pack up, get in the cars, get warm. I got a 12-hour drive. My buddy's over here. Got to drive to the airport. Probably gonna go find some warm breakfast and then hit the road. So until next time, see you later.